so now in this lesson, we'll learn how we can apply the materials on Substance Painter. So first of all, what I don't want here is the audio cassette. So I will hide the audio cassette, press A on the keyboard so everything is selected. Now I will go to the file and I will go to export and I will go to FBX and then I will choose selected object. So the audio cassette which is hidden will not be exported. And here I will just export Walkman. Okay, I already exported before, but I will overwrite it. Okay, so it is exported now. Okay, now let's go to Painter, File, New. Okay, and I will keep this selected. Choose where is the file. So this is the one that I just exported right now. I will open it up. Make sure the resolution is higher. Normal map format, I will keep it DirectX, everything as it is, and I will press OK. And it will start loading the scene. Now the scene is loaded, so I will bake it. So I will go to the bake option. And here, what I'm going to do in the common settings, I will choose the highest resolution, which I think should be this much. Okay. And then for each one of these, I should have the ID, and then I will choose vertex color. So all of them will become vertex color ID. Okay. I don't want ambient occlusion. So I will uncheck the ambient occlusion in all of them because we will be rendering this inside Stager and then it will use its own shadows. So we don't need the shadows from the painter. So I will select each and every one of them and I will uncheck the ambient occlusion. Once this is done, I will press the bake selected textures. So whatever is selected will start baking it up and it will take little time. So you can see that it has started the baking process. So now the baking is done. So what we can do is that we can go back to our like a painting mode. Okay. So as you can see, the names of the material we gave to each object had turned those objects into different texture set lists. Means like these texture set lists are basically objects itself. So first of all, what we need to do is that I will hide all of them. So I usually work like this. So I will just go to the buttons. Okay. And I will just move here. Okay. Now, the first thing first, we don't need this initial layer. So I will hide this. I will more like delete this one. I will go to the smart material and I will search for plastic. So what we are going to do here is that we will use the existing materials, apply them here, and then we will do some changing on them instead of making from scratch. So this will save our time. So here is this plastic grainy soft. I will take this one, apply here. Okay. So once this is applied, okay. Why is still here? I don't know why. Okay, so I will go back here. Now, what I don't want here is I don't want the white speckles, okay, which is appearing here because this is more like a dirt material here. So I don't want this. I will delete this. I don't want the dirt because I want it to be clean because it's a new Walkman. It is not an old sort of a Walkman. Okay. Now, roughness variation is quite huge, big. So what I'm going to do, I will go to the roughness variations. Okay. And here I'm going to go to the like the tiling option and change this tiling from a 5 to 200, I think. Okay. Yeah. Now it is small, and you can see that it looks kind of smaller. Now bumps, if you will notice here, if you can see, they are quite huge. So what I will do, I will go to the bumps mask, and this bump mask is created through cells. I will go to the cells, and the tiling of the cells, I will change it from 6 to 300. Now you can see that. Now I will go to the base color here, and I will choose a slight darker color here. So uh, I have already copied the colors values, hex values, so I will paste them. Okay, something like this. Now you can see that, how nice this looks like. Okay. Now close this one, close this folder, and I will press F6 on the keyboard. So it will become orthographic. So I can easily paint over them. Okay, now what I want to paint, like some of the like a more like buttons, more like sort of things here. Okay, so I will go to my layers here, and I will put a paint layer. Now in this paint layer, I will go to the brushes here. Let's remove this plastic part here. Okay, now this paint layer is inside the folder. It has to be outside the folder on the top. Okay, and I will call this buttons icon. Now I want button heart, basic heart. I will choose this. This is quite big. So I'll press Control on my keyboard and right mouse button and drag it left to right to make it a little smaller. Now let's make this bigger. Now here, what I don't want is all of these except for the height. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is that I will go here to my lists where I have the buttons. Okay. So first one is the play like height map. I will put this here. Okay, and you can see that it will create a height map just like this here. But if I click on it, you can see that I have this circular like brush icon, which I don't want actually. So what I want is that instead of this alpha, I will use the same as this, and I will put that here. Now if I click here, so you can see that it's clearly making what I needed, but this is too small, so Control and make it a little bigger. Okay, like in the middle of this. Okay, done. Now I will go down, and now I will change these to other more like button. Like I will take the stop one, stop here, stop here. Now size is same as it was before, so I don't have to change the size. Plus I don't want to zoom in and zoom out. If I will do that, then I will mess up with the screen view. So I will keep it as it is, just I will move it down, and I will keep on applying. Now what I want here is that I want the forward one. So I will put the forward here. Okay. And also I want to put the forward in the alpha. Now this is a new version of Substance 3D Painter. So you can directly drag and drop. You don't have to import them. It makes it quite easy. Now this looks quite bigger. So I will just zoom, make it smaller by Control and right mouse button. If you're using Mac, then you can use Command. So here, okay, down here, there's one needed here, which will be the rewind. So I will take the rewind, one rewind here, and then I will put this rewind to this side. Okay, so we have this all done. So you can see that. Now I can go back to my perspective viewport by pressing F5 on the keyboard. Now everything is done. And now I can play with the settings of these. Okay. First of all, I want to make it a little bit blurry so that it will get some kind of a height here. So I will go here to this layer, add effect, add filter, and I will choose here a blur filter here. So I will choose the blur. Okay. Now this blur is quite a lot. So I will choose a lesser value, 0.12. Okay. I think this is fine. Now I want to give it a little bit of a level. So it will look more the kind of like popping out. So I will just go here and add effects and add levels. Okay. Now in the affected channel, I can use height because I want to only affect the heights. Okay. Now here, this height, I will just move this. First, let's work on the bottom one. Okay. So this I will move it down here. I think it's too much. Done this one here. So you can see that it's becoming a little bit inwards or outward is up to you. So I want it to be a little bit inwards, and this one here, this here. Okay. Now I can change the top. This here. This one a little bit here. Thing is fine. They all are fine. Now, one issue here is that, and that which is you can see that I have this texture, same texture on the buttons, which maybe in some cases you don't want. So what you can do is that you can go to base color here and change it to height. Okay. And I will change this height from linear dodge to screen. Okay. Or maybe normal. Okay. So I think normal is fine. So you can see that there is no texture coming on it because it has become now a normal one here. Okay. So that's what I was looking for. So you can see that everything is fine here. Okay. Down here as well. So we have our button ready. So now I can hide the button and I can go to the button panel here. Now in the button panel, as you know, we have here a few things. Okay. Like one of the part here is this part and one of the part here is this part. So, but to apply here, what I can do here is that I will use the same material here. So I will go here to this part, go to this plastic greeny soft layer, change it to black grip plastic, something like that, or grainy plastic. And I will here right click, okay, and I will create a smart material out of this material, and here I have it. Now I can go back here, hide these buttons. Okay, so first of all, what it's already there, so I have to press control on my keyboard. If you're using Mac, command on your keyboard, then if you start dragging, you can see that because we have applied this vertex color here inside Blender, so it has become like an ID map here. So if I will apply, it will only apply on this part. And you can see that already all the settings are done here. Okay. So now the material that I want here is like a fake metal, like a plastic metal. Plastic metal means like it is a plastic, but it looks like a metal. Usually in 90s and 80s, it was like pretty much common using that sort of a material. So here I will write here metal. Okay. And I have this metal brush. So I will take this, press Control, apply here. Now this is a metal actually, but I want to convert this into a plastic sort of a metal here. So what I'm going to do is that first of all, I will go to my settings here Instead of projection, UV projection, I will use triplanar. Okay. Now it has become triplanar. Now I will go to the 3D projection settings of it and make sure this lock button is pressed so this everything is uniform. And the value I will use here is 0.05 to make it smaller. Okay, so it is now quite small. Okay, and I think not that much. Let's just make it 0.3 is fine. Okay, so 0.2 or 0.3. So 0.2. Okay, so this will be fine. Now, what I want here is that I want the color, okay, like a different sort of a color, like more lightish. So I will go here. I know the color value. So I will type that D7, 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 and it will become more like a very light grayish. Now, metal color variation, it is 0.39. So I will make it 0.1. So there is no variation here, like very less variation. There will be variation, but very less variation here. Okay. Now, metal roughness, because it is more like a rough material right now, I want it to be more a kind of a glossy material here. Sorry, less glossy material, like more matte sort of. So 0.56. So this will be turned into this sort of a like material. And I think now we are fine with this. So hopefully you might have got this idea here. Now I have to turn off the metal because this is not a metal. But if I turn off the metal, it will become more plasticky, just like more like a cloth, the piece of thing. So I have to little bit work on the roughness here. Okay, and then this should be a little bit grayish. Okay, so like this. Or let's undo and keep metal here. Okay, because it's a fake metal, so that's why I want to keep it just like this. This looks much better than what it was before. Okay, now we are done with this, and now we can go to the cable support part. Okay, and then here it is, teeny tiny bit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply a little bit of a rubber sort of a material on this one. So I will go back here and I will type here rubber. Okay, I have this rubber raw here. So I will take the rubber raw and apply on this part. Okay, now, so now I will go to the settings of the rubber. Okay, UV transformation. And then in the tiling, I can type here around 2000. So it will become more like a rubber sort of thing. I think it is too much for it. Yeah. Okay, so let's make it 5. Okay, 5 is enough for this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is that I will hide this, go to cassette window. Now in the cassette window, if you will see here, it has to be translucent. So to make it translucent, first of all, what I need to do is that I have to go to the shaders here. Okay. And I have to change my shader from PBR metal roughness to ASM metal rough. Okay. And as soon as I will do that, I will get more options here. Once you will get these options, you can turn on enable translucency. Okay, so here is the interior enable translucency. Now this will turn on the translucency for the viewport only. Okay, so but once we will take it to stager, so we will apply a different material here. Okay, and I will close this, and now in the texture settings I will go and I will add a channel here, the unsupported by shader channel, and I will add here like translucency channel here. So where it is, glossy, reflection, transmissive. I don't have this one here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, here it is. It is, sorry, it's not in unsupported, it is in the supported one. So I will choose translucency here. And then I will turn on the translucency. Okay. And first of all, once you have this one, this cover, you have to, oops, am I doing right? Yeah. Okay. This should be fill color, because this by default, it is always a, like paint layer. So I don't want the paint layer, I want the fill color. Okay. Then turn this on. I don't want emissive, no opacity, no normal. Color, I will keep it. Height, no. Roughness, yes. Metal, no. Okay, now base color here is, first of all, I will turn on the translucency here and I will make it 100% transparent, just like this. Roughness, I will reduce it something here, this much. Quite small, okay? Base color, white, that's all. So I have this translucency here. Now, there is this some issue appearing here, but it's not a big deal. It's not showing that much here. So let's see what this issue is coming from. So if I will go here, these are my already made channels here. Okay. So I don't want like normal. So I will remove the normal. So now that issue will be gone. Okay. So I will go back to the layers. Okay. And then hide this. I will go to the eject button here. Now here is the tiny teeny bit eject button showing here. Okay. Now I will use the same black plastic which I created. So I will type here black green plastic. Here it is. And I will apply on this. That's all. Here, headband. Okay. Same thing. Black plastic. Okay. Done. Headband support. Now this headband support, I will go back to my materials and I will choose the same brush material, metal. So I will take this, put it on all of it for now. Then we will apply here. Okay. Now here, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to my tiling, type here 2. Okay. And then after that, I will keep it as it is because it's a metal. Okay. And plus the metal variation, maybe if I will make it 0. So this looks much more better. Now what I'm going to do here is that I will type here plastic. Then I will go to the smart material and I'm looking for thermal plastic, which is this one. I will select it, press Ctrl on the keyboard and apply here. So as it will be applied here, let's do some changes. Now, thermal actually affects the curvature. So I don't want it to affect the curvature. So I will go inside here. And here's the curvature edges. I will delete that one because I don't want it. I only want this material to apply on the the whole thing except for the edges here. Okay. Now, if you will see, the lines are going in this direction, whereas I want it to be in vertical, just like my metal there. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is that I will go to the settings here. Okay. And in the settings, if I will type here 90, okay, I think this should be here in the, no, somewhere here, but I don't know why it is showing that. Should be in the height. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is where it is. But let's do some other changes. Then we will check this out. Okay. Because I don't know why that it's not working on. Okay. Now what I need is that I just need to go to the color here, and I will choose like a sort of a plasticky color, something like grayish, like this one. Okay. And once this is done, okay, and I will check here where this is causing the issue. Okay. I think it is it have to be triplanar. Okay, so once it is triplanar, then I can go to the rotation and rotate it. So you can notice that it's not the direction of this is the material itself. So I will keep it as it is, as it was. Plus it is small, it won't show. Okay, so it will be just like that. Okay, now I will hide this, go to the headphone jack. Okay, now here is my headphone jack here. Now to focus on something, you can press F on the keyboard, and whatever a texture set is selected, it will focus on that. Now here again, same thing, black plastic. So I have here the black plastic. I think this is the one. There are two, black plastic and black grainy plastic. So that's what I want. Apply here. Okay, perfect. Now I had this, go to the housing. F, and here I am in the housing. Now in the housing, what I want is that this part, I want to apply the black plastic. So Control or Command on your keyboard, then drop it here. Okay, that's fine here. Okay, and what else I can do is that I can take that thermal one, the one that we applied on the house or the support. Okay, I can use that part also. Okay, so I will go here and search for plastic only. And where is the thermal? This is the thermal. Select Control on the keyboard and apply on this part. Okay. And once it is applied, I will go back here. I don't want the curvature or edges. Delete this. And that's all. Close this, and now it's fine. Now I want to apply here, like a on side, on this outer part, the same sort of brush metal, and then we will change that to whatever you want. So I will type here metal. Okay. Control or Command, then apply here. Now I want this metal to be more look like a plasticky sort of thing. Okay, now I have this issue here. So what I can do is that I will use my sort of a like triplanar here. So I will just go to my projection and use triplanar. Okay, so which the triplanar will solve the issue that we were having here. Okay, now in the triplanar, I will apply this. Okay, and then what we can do is that we can go to the settings here. First of all, the color. So I will choose, I'll kind of slight grayish color, and I know the color value, so I will to put it here, D4. Okay, and that's it. And after that, one more thing we can do here is that I don't want it to be rotated vertically, so I will go to the rotation, and in the Z rotation, I will type here 90. So it will go like this. This is fine. Okay, close this one. And then I will go to the, yeah, let's do the scaling also. This is already pressed, so 0.1. Okay, this is much more better here. Now let's play with the settings. So metal variation color, 0.02. I don't want too much brush strokes on it. Metal roughness, 0.5, because I want it to be more look like a plasticky sort of a metal, not an actual metal. So this is fine. Okay. So it looks fine. Perfect. We are done with this. Now the cables. Now in the cables, I will use the same rubber. Okay. So rubber raw, drop it here. Okay. And then in the tile, let's see first how it looks like. I think that's fine. I don't need to change anything. Okay, then main cable. Okay, this one I think we have to change a bit. So tiling, maybe 5. Okay. Or if I change it to 10, or maybe 2000. Let's go crazy, 2000. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so 2000 should be fine. Okay. Now right cable, and then apply here. Same thing. Okay, now what we can do here is that left cable, right cable, all of them, let's make the tiling 2000. Let's make it consistent. So 2000 here, 2000 here. It's fine. I will hide these, and then I will unhide the muffs. Now, we don't have any material that looks like that is made for the muff, so we have to create our own. Okay, so I just want to add a fill layer. I don't want this paint layer because we are not working on the paint layer. So I will go to the paint layer, delete this paint layer. Okay, now the color, something like an orangish color, like, retro Sony headphones. So I will choose that sort of a color here. Okay. And then a roughness is too much. So very less, 0.8. Oh, sorry, more, 0.8, because, oops, I'm on the height. So here, 0.8. Why? Because it is not something glossy. It's a more like a muff, sponge or soft material, which is more like a like very close to fabric. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is that what I don't need from here is metal, normal. Okay, opacity, emission. Keep it simple. So I will go to the height. Okay, and I will type here cell. Okay, I will select the first cell. So what it will do is it will give me this sort of a cell here. Okay. Now once I have this cell, so I will change the value of this my material here, so the cell will suit the way I want it. So instead of projection, UV projection, I will use the triplanar projection. And then I will go to the settings of the triplanar projection here. And in the scale, make sure it is locked, so uniform 0.02. Okay, now we have this. Now what here we can do is that if I will go to the settings of my cells down here, parameters, I have here balance and contrast. What the contrast do is that it keep the tip of the cell as it is, but the body, the bottom part, it makes it bigger. Okay, like if I increase it, so you can see that the tip is same, the body part is becoming a little bit changed. So we have to work on these two. So for example, if I will make the balance 0. Like balance, what it do is that it works on the averaging the amount of the cells. So this should go 0.25. Okay, this is enough. Contrast should be 0.1. Okay, so that is fine. Now this is what we are done with. So if I will go to the noise parameter, so there is a noise parameter here. Also, if you can check this, if this is working, if these are like giving you nice result. No, this is fine. So I think that's enough. So in the scale, I will make it quite smaller. So 350. Okay, it will become something like this. So you can see that how it looks like now. And I will distort it instead of uniform. So 0.2 distortion a little bit. Now 350, let's make it 300. Let's see. Or maybe 100. Yeah, 100 I think is fine. Now let's make it a little blurry. So what I can do here is that I can go to the setting here, like add effects here, add filter here, and then I will choose blur. Now if I will increase the blur, it will look like this, but I don't want it to be too blurry, so slight blurry, so 0.1. Okay, or maybe 0.08. Okay, I think 0.1 was fine. So this will look like this. Okay, now what else we can do? If I go here, okay, and duplicate this, right click here, okay, duplicate this layer. So it will duplicate the effect, but let's hide the top one. On the bottom one, what I don't want is the height. So I will uncheck the height. Then I will go to the top one, and in the top one, I only want the height. Okay, so this should be muff's color. And this should be muff's height. Okay. And why I did that, so that if I will go to the like opacity of this, I can reduce the opacity as I want. Okay, based on the option I want. Now, once I do this, I can go here, and then inside the noise parameters, I can increase it to 350. So now it looks much more better. And here, if I can increase it, okay, it looks like this. And I think roughness should be no rough, should be a lot rough. Okay, very near to 1, so that it will not look like it is a muff. Sorry, it is something glossy. I don't want it to be completely glossy. Plus, little bit increase it so we can see from a certain distance. So this should be fine. Little bit. Okay. Now muffs are done. Now right cable. Oh, we are already done with the right cable. Now top cassette player part. So I will unhide the top cassette cover. Okay. Now here we have to create a material. So let's see what, let's type here plastic. Already plastic is here. And let's see what do we have here. So we have different sort of plastic, rubber tire. Okay, these are more like a plastic used. I don't want that. Plastic used shiny. Plastic thermoformed. Okay, this is closely scarf. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put this plastic grip on it. Okay, and let's change the uh, properties of this. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is that I will go to the settings of this in the tiling. If I will type it here 30, that is fine. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to change the color of this. Something like a bluish color. I think this is good. And in roughness, plastic roughness, okay, this should be a little bit lower, 0.35. Okay, so you can see that it is more rough sort of thing. Okay, I think now this looks fine. Okay, now once we are done with this, we can make this darker as well. A little bit less saturated, something like this. Okay, so this same value I will copy from here. Okay, now I will go to the jog. Okay, and in the jog I will apply the same black plastic from here, the one that we created, black plastic grainy. Okay, let's type here black grainy plastic. So here's the black grainy plastic. Drag and drop here. So once it is done, okay, that's perfect. That's fine. I will go back here. Okay. Now here, what I'm going to do is that first of all, I will go back here in my grip plastic. So just type here normal plastic. Okay. Plastic grip. And then same thing I'm going to do dial 30. Okay. And color that I copied from the one that we created. And then plastic roughness 0.35. Okay. So it will be more shiny sort of thing. Now here I want to apply thermal plastic here. Okay, so where it is, here is, which is a thermoformed, not thermal actually, I was saying it wrong, thermoformed. So I will apply here and it will apply on all of them. Only thing that I need to do here is that remove this curvature. Okay, rest should be fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that, oops. Okay, so I am going to unhide all these and you can see that how it kind of looks like. Okay. So it's making it completely translucent. You can see that it is also making this part translucent, which is okay. We will fix that in Stager. Okay. Now, one thing here in the next class we will learn is that it's missing decals. So in the next class, we will see how we can apply decals, like decals on all over our Walkman. The materials are there, just the decals we need to now apply. So see you in the next class and see how we can apply the decals.